Hey everybody, welcome to TableStory Pandemonium with me, Brad Woto, and my wonderful cast. There they all are. Wait, they're over that way. Haha, there they are. Lovely cast.
Don't do the thing, Brad.
Except for Peachy. Hey,
wow.
like the Brady Bunch, you know? We're all like the Brady Bunch now. The Brady Bunch. This is my third stream today.
Was
I
that
don't know
an
what's going
attempt
on.
at a pun?
It was an attempt at a pun. I'm not a pun man, okay? Let's be honest. At best, I'm an improv comedian.
We're in the wrong places.
We're in the wrong places? What the fuck? How did that happen?
Yeah, because you disabled your camera and fucking put it back
All right,
on.
Charlie, turn your camera off. And I guess Pony, and then swap.
She fucked me up?
Hello, chat.
I fucked you up.
And then, who came in last? What was the order?
Pony came in last.
God,
Yeah. Didn't Bobby come in after Tiller?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, fuck you guys. Turn all your cameras back on. I'll do it. I'll do it in studio mode.
We're live. Fuck it. We're doing it live.
We'll go around in a
show them
minute. Just ignore where everyone is. Whoever's fault. Who was it? Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Elf. Can something fucking awful happen to Charlie because of this?
I mean, what I can tell you is that awful things will happen to everyone.
Can
That's
something,
the point of the
something
game.
like unbelievably awful, like extra?
I'll stow something away
Thank
special.
you. Can she
Well,
just
look
can
at-
she just start with some sort of
It's my camera.
disease?
Start with like.
Well, I didn't know.
Something odd.
You just tell me next time. I don't know. I didn't even see it happen. All right. So,
Chickenpox.
welcome to the stream. This is Apocalypse World, so it's kind of like a D&D stream. For anyone who's not too sure on like all that stuff, I saw a few people tweeting me like, I don't know what that means. So it's like it's a role-play game. It's a TTRPG. This is run by DistractedElf. It's a wonderful DistractedElf.
It is Dungeons and Dragons. If Dungeons and Dragons wasn't Dungeons and Dragons, then it was in the post-apocalypse.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's a similar
Good
kind of concept. We're all playing our parts.
It is similar in that it is a role-playing game. That's about as far as it goes.
But in terms of like, you know, what the game is, like, where's the game? This is it. We're here now.
This is the game right here. We are showing you the game. There's no maps. There's no moving tokens around. There's
no
none of that shit.
nothing.
It is the theater of the mind.
And we do have some rolls over here: cheese rolls, onion rolls, cheese
We
and
do.
onion,
Casseroles.
casserole,
You got any more of them cheese rolls?
arse rolls.
know.
We have it rhymed. And that's about it. But we're going to get on with it in a minute. This is episode 1. We did do a character creation last week, but this is like the official first opening episode.
You definitely, if you haven't checked out the character creation, that is a good place to see where these characters came from, because it shows you exactly how like we came from literally having no idea what we were going to do to like having way too many ideas all at once at the end where everybody was excited and I was down.
And I might be Kesha in
You
that
might
episode.
be Kesha,
That was so fucking
the
funny.
battle babe. At the moment,
Oh,
Bobby
boy.
is Kesha, the battle babe.
Hello.
But that would be typecasting because he's a battle babe in real life.
So I am actually.
And he's Kesha in real life as well.
I don't have that title, but I am that battle babe.
So also no notifications come up on screen because it just sort of ruins the flow because it's kind of a narrative thing. So subscriptions and things like that won't show up, and donations and things, but I appreciate them. Thank you very much.
Know that they are
It's just that I've
appreciated.
seen two. One of them is you, Elf.
Well,
Thanks
yeah,
for the sub.
well, because it gives me the share. It gives me the share now, but it didn't before. So
Yeah.
it's like I subscribed last time we did this, but then I could only share it now. I
It's
don't
so
know.
weird at the moment, isn't it? And also Bilbo 3. So Bilbo's shown up like, yay, D&D. And it's post-apocalyptic, like, no, what's happening? This isn't Lord of the Rings D&D style. But yeah, I appreciate all those things and good stuff. What I'll do is I'll hand it over to you,
Yeah.
Elf. Well, actually, let's go around and say hi to everyone. Let's do that, because that'll
That's
give me a
also-
chance
yeah.
to move everyone around and see if I can fix this thing up. Who should we start with? How about, well, I guess normally I would start with Bobby, but Pony's in his place, so I'm going to start with Pony. How's your week been?
Hi guys, it's me, Armchair Bobby Flair. I'm Canadian and I like movies.
10 out of 10.
It's pretty good.
That was pretty
I
accurate.
definitely like movies. I really do.
Moves it, but movies are cool too.
Oh, okay.
No, hi.
Oh my god,
What?
what is happening here? Oh Christ.
Just
this
drag
is
me
awful.
while I'm talking.
All right, Bob. So that was Iron Chef Pony Flail Unch. I guess next is actual Peachy in his right place.
Actual Peachy.
Actual Peachy.
Actual Brad Woto. Well, I can't remember my character's name. Feather. I'm going to play Feather. It's going to be great stuff. Follow me. Bring bits.
Can you take longer?
I like to walk along the hallway because fuck going outside. I am apparently a Gemini, which I found out 2 hours ago.
Are you a Jedi?
I'm a Jedi. I'm also a Jedi. Yep. I hate sand. Not a fan of sand.
It's rough.
It's rough and coarse and it gets everywhere.
I know, right? Is that long enough, Brad? I ain't got any more
That was
material.
good. Yeah, I think everyone just teleported into their places. I have no idea what that looked like on stream because this is the first time I've really
Yeah.
fucked around with studio mode. But everyone's in their right place now, which means next is Charlie. How's your week been? You went to LARP for like a whole week, and that still
Yeah.
fucks with my head.
How was that?
I came home yesterday, so I left like the day after we ended the stream, and now I came back yesterday. It's been so crazy. It was so good.
Did you hit people with a sword?
I hit people with the sword.
Yes.
I hit them with my spells.
Yes.
My rituals. We had fire rituals. We had blood. We had like demon offerings.
Man, this sounds like a party. I want to be there.
Just
It
it sounds like
was-
an average Nordic night.
Yes.
No.
we
regular
did have-
Fire
regular
rituals and
Wednesday
demon
night out.
offerings. Yeah.
there was so many orcs, and I don't know, it was just amazing actually, just to be outside and having so much fun. I'm Charlie. I'm gonna be playing not Kesha this time, because it's not 50 Shades of the 50 Shades.
50 Shades of 50 Cent.
50 Cent. The song
50
50 Shades of
50
Scent.
This might be 50 Shades of Scent, but
50
Yeah.
Shades of
Shades of
Scent
Scent.
sounds like something else.
A hip hop adaptation of their.
I'm not fully awake yet. I've been, post LARP trauma,
I know all
But,
too well.
I'm gonna be playing Kay, who's a battle babe. She's the sister of Phil, who's really creepy. And you can find me on Tillisegger on Twitter and on Distilla on Twitch, and that's where I'm gonna end my thing.
Cool. Now we're back round to Pony Punch, who is in his right place now. So we've already
Bobby?
Can
had
Bobby do me? Can Bobby do me?
Bobby.
Back in his
You're gonna
rightful
have to
place.
do Pony's thing, even though you're in the wrong place. Pony Punch, Bobby Flail.
I'm from Sweden, and like ABBA,
Nobody likes Abba.
I do sing streams on Wednesday.
I mean,
Cut.
I'm convinced.
There we go. The first RP
I mean,
of the
Pony,
evening.
Pony. All you have to do now is like give Bobby your stream key, and no one will know the difference.
No one
Yeah.
would know, man.
No one
That
would
was
know.
Fucking
No
dead
one will know the
on.
difference.
That was really
No.
good. Anyway, let's get on with
Fuck.
the real
Hey,
shit.
hey!
Well, I'm gonna hand it over to you. You do your thing and then go straight into it. Is what
I was gonna
about
say,
to say.
don't make me seize the reins.
I
You
know.
could
I just
give them
figured you could
over
be like, I'm
gently.
Elf. This is what I do. And now you're all gonna die.
I am Elf, and this is what I do. And I haven't GM'd anything for like over a year, so this is my triumphant return.
Hell yeah.
And we're gonna play some Apocalypse World and stuff. Cool business. Let's do that thing. So, what I'm gonna do first, just to sort of like give everybody the correct vibes, so to speak, is just read a couple of things that are like the mission statements of Apocalypse World and like sort of where I'm going to be going with the way I play the game. So like in the rulebook, there's a whole section of like stuff that is like how to effectively do Apocalypse World things. Hang on 1 second while I find that section where it was. Here. Yeah, okay. So there's like a whole do and do not of the GM section, and it goes forthwith. The principles of Apocalypse World. Bar forth apocalyptica. So always cultivate the imagination and apocalypse. of crazy stuff. Address yourself to the characters, not the players. Make your move, but misdirect. Make your move, but never speak its name. Look through crosshairs. Name everyone. Make everyone human. Ask provocative questions and build on the answers. Respond with fuckery and intermittent rewards. Be a fan of the player's characters. Sometimes disclaim decision making. That's kind of the rules. And the central overlying one is treat Apocalypse World like it is a world. Treat the characters in it like they are real people, and the other people in it like they are real people, and act accordingly, basically. So I think the final point, it's not on the same list, but the final point I always say with Apocalypse World is that we are playing to find out what happens. I don't have any plans, I just have things. And I just have what you're going to do to those things, or what you're going to choose not to do to those things, or what those things are going to choose to do to you. I don't have like a story where the end of the world happens at the end of the campaign. Like there's none of that sort of thing going on.
That would never happen. I mean,
No,
that's
I
such
mean,
a
that's-
bad story.
I also would
That's
never run
fucking-
such a
that's so
campaign.
shit.
No, of course.
That's nothing I would do ever. Also, correct.
Of course. It's more of a localized interest, you know, like we're focused on the lives of these people, and that's kind of where we're at. So, to review what we came up with last session is that we have the lovely Stacktown, which is the town in the middle of a dried up lake somewhere in the southern United States, probably. It's dusty and dirty and horrible, and Stacktown is just a bundle and a pile of shipping containers and crates and backs of trucks and anything that you can make an easy construction out of, with lots of ladders and boards between these like shipping container towers and all that kind of thing. And the hulls of the ships that the containers came off of originally sort of collapsed in on the sides of the city, and I believe that is where we will find everybody initially. We have some other details, of course, of things that have happened, but we will fill those in as we sort of place people in the world. Pony, you have a move that we need to roll before we start anything.
Mm-hmm.
Your fortunes for your followers, because you are a hocus.
Yes.
So hang on just a second.
I have followers. They follow
Yeah,
me.
you have followers. So you are going to roll fortune plus fortune. You're gonna roll. It looks like 2d6 for me. Roll plus fortune. I don't know that you have any fortune stat.
Where is fortune written?
I have it right here. It says fortune surplus and the want of all depends on your followers. At the beginning of the session, roll plus fortune. On 10 plus, your followers have surplus. On 7 to 9, they have a surplus, but choose one want. On a miss, they're in want. And if there's surplus, list barter, like 1 barter or 2 barter. That's your personal share to spend for your lifestyle or whatever. So you just need to roll 2d6, and we'll find out if your followers hate you or not, basically.
All right. 2D. I learned this. Let me see. Right?
No,
Did I do it wrong? All right, cool.
you rolled d26.
You rolled
Oh,
a 1
2d6.
on a
And you managed to
D26.
roll a 1. So 9. So what that means is that your followers are in surplus. So whatever you have noted as your surplus for your followers, I know that I think Phil has. I don't know if you wrote this stuff down.
I did. I remembered if I see the sheet though. I remember what I picked, but not from the. Hold on.
Okay.
Classes. There we go. If I just.
Yeah. I think Phil picked that they operated independently, which is the barter one, which is like you get +1 barter. There's also some other stuff about like their negatives or what have you, which you should probably note down when you get the chance.
Yes.
Because we'll have to pick one of their wants. They need to be in want for something, but they are in surplus.
Focus. There we go.
Which is good. So this will change the state of your cult who live in that underground train station somewhere nearby.
Oh, I can't copy it. Cool.
I will allow you to sort that out and like figure out what you had there, and then we'll get back to that. But we know what the role is now, so we can sort that out anytime. What would does anybody have any like sort of what they would be getting up to? You know, like on a regular day, what's your first move?
Doing drugs.
Kind of stuff. Doing drugs.
I mean, it depends on what time of day it is, but.
So I mean, you know, it's afternoon sometime. The sun has just been high, the warmest point in the day. There's like all the baked sand kind of all around you guys in this basin. It's a hot climate. It is not a comfortable place to be wearing lots of layers, certainly. But if you're looking for drugs, I imagine that you are probably at the Cobweb, right? The spider's like opium den establishment. If you're into like the chill drugs, I don't know what your
I think
drug
it's more like
leanings are.
she's maybe like doing small kind of errands for Phil, like with the cold, maybe hanging out with like her small gang, maybe like 3 people that are her closest friends.
Okay, so who's your closest friend?
Oh, Jesus. Let's call one.
Jesus.
Let's call one Jesus.
You could, yeah, Jesus. All right.
He's got long hair.
His name isn't Jesus. You just call him that.
Yeah, we'll just call him that. You know,
Jesus.
they found it in a book, and they thought it looked like him, so they call him Jesus. He's got like long brownish hair.
So he looks like Jesus. He's got the whole like beard and hair combo going on that you see in all the typical Christian iconography. I imagine. But Jesus, I imagine Jesus as being a little strung out. You know, Jesus is the kind of guy who really, really does enjoy his drugs, his opium, especially a frequenter of the Cobweb in Stacktown.
He's chill. He's kind of calm. Like, you gotta take it easy. Take the day as it comes. You know.
Okay. All right. So you and Jesus and, you know, some other people I'm sure who are around, you know, getting high, are hanging out in this back, this sort of like back room. I would imagine it's like the inside of one of the shipping containers, but one of the walls has been completely removed so that there's like more space. They made like a bigger space by taking the sides off of these things, or like basically sawing doors into them, you know, that kind of stuff. Doing you know, setting to you know, relaxing with your local drug habit dealer. There are lots of people sort of in this place. It's a dark, you know, it's a dark location. People don't want to look at each other while they're, you know, sitting getting high. And there's sort of a bar with a very itchy looking guy behind it. He's got like some nasty looking eczema on his neck. His name's Scab.
Oh God.
Yeah, and he hangs out behind the sort of like counter of this place, and you can come and get your drugs from him. You know, he's got the stash like behind in this little like strong room.
I'm probably at the Cobweb.
I'm feeling like she's.
You're probably at the Cobweb. Okay.
It's like she'll come there, she'll like do business, but at the same time she's taking some of like the winnings in secret, kind of collecting it, taking some drugs, even though she's not allowed.
You're taking your own percentage on the side, sort of thing.
Yeah,
from the group?
Not that Phil knows it.
So Phil, here's the question for you, because we seem to be establishing something. What does the cult get from the Cobweb? Like, what's the trade? Why? What's the business?
Well, the drugs, of course.
Of course, yeah, okay.
Because that's our main supply of drugs.
So
my cult needs it.
So the Cobweb is a great place to get opium and like some very sort of like chill drugs. I imagine it's sort of a like a quieter drug space than say like if they were all shooting meth or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about drugs. Okay, what the fuck?
We can make up a drug. Just something that's like we really need.
Like a stimulant. You know, they're not doing stimulants in the Cobweb. It's like pillows and chill and like just, you know, heroin out.
I'm crouched down and I'm drawing concentric circles on the floor in some chalk I
What the
found.
fuck is a concentric circle? Don't bring your intelligence here. How dare you?
Says you with your big words in your fancy dictionary.
It's a illustrated dictionary at best. With big pictures.
A is for apple.
I don't know what concentric circles are. Okay,
I'm drawing circles on the floor. I'll just dumb this down. I'm drawing circles on the floor.
You just got a piece of chalk, you're drawing circles on the floor in the cobweb.
I'm just imagining the fucking kid from the garage or whatever that's just like doing the fucking circles. The horrible fright, or the ring, not the garage. Obviously, it's the fucking ring.
So,
I'm just assuming like my cult is into different kinds of drugs too. They're all just kind of they just need their drug.
yeah,
and that's
but
what they say.
you've also got like a hot shit cook, right? You've got the guy who makes the best synthetic,
That's right. I do.
steroid basically in the land.
Hmm. Well, then I guess that's where we get. Okay, so we make money or make drugs and sell it. Then
Okay, so
I
you're
would assume
you're
to them.
selling them. All right. So you come up to the. I'm imagining that you're getting your business done here. K. So you need to get the money, right? You've got like some kind of like supply of stimulants with you that you're gonna trade off to Scab or to the spider or
Yeah, no, I'll like leave it for Scab. I'll throw this like small kind of package of, I don't know, rolled up drugs or something in this kind of shaggy bag, kind of pull it over at him like, this is it.
Yeah. All right. Same as usual.
Yeah, same
Okay.
as usual.
Let me see if she left it. I'll give it a look. And he turns to like open the door behind him. There's this big sort of like iron door. It looks like it would be, in the kind of what would you call it? In locale inside a ship or something. Like it's got this big wheel on it that you like turns.
Oh Jesus.
Opens up and like goes into the back, and you catch this smell of like almost like mildew, when it opens up. Like there's like a space that's probably should be dry but isn't back there. He grabs like a handful of poker chips, and you can hear the plastic like clattering, as he like scoops a bunch of these things out of like a box back there or something. You can just see the back of him if you're not like going over the counter. Do you wanna like take a closer look, or you not really interested in Scab?
I'm waiting until he kind of like throws the poker chips on the table.
Sure. All right. So he grabs the chips, comes back out to the counter, and like puts them down in like a cloth, and like ties the cloth at its corners, like a little pouch, and hands it to you and goes like, "Should be all right. Should be the same as usual. Yeah, no problem. I think we got enough. Should be good."
Thing is, Scab,
Yeah.
we need 5 more.
I don't think.
I
that's
mean, the price has
deal.
gone up. It's
I don't do the negotiating.
it's very dry,
You want I should talk to the spider about this?
No, just shoot me. You know me. I mean, I wouldn't lie to you, right?
You're gonna have to manipulate him, like 100% for sure.
Okay. Is that cool?
That is
hard. It's hot.
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 Super hot. Oh, 10. Okay.
Oh, shit.
So, a 10 on a manipulate. Seduce or manipulate. When you try to seduce or manipulate, bluff, fast talk, or lie to someone, tell them what you want them to do, give them a reason, and roll hot. For NPCs on a 10+, they go along with you unless or until some fact or action betrays the reason you gave them. So, how do you charm him? Like what's you're like, well, you could trust me, and he looks all suspicious, and he's kind of like sitting there. You can see a little bit of blood on his neck where he's like picked these horrible spots like a little too much. There's like it's like under his nails.
Oh no! Stop talking about it, please.
And he's like looking you dead in the eyes, like, no, I can't. So what do you do to
I mean,
manipulate him?
we've known each other for quite some while. I mean, I really appreciate the favor. You know?
Like, really appreciate?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And he goes back around the like sort of slightly open, bulkhead door, and you can hear him like counting out a couple of poker chips, and he comes back and he goes like, here, and he hands them to you, and he's switched hands, so he's like scratching with the other hand, and you can see under his nails the like grossness as he's like holding these things out to you.
I just kind of I take my hand out, I just snatch it as quick as I can. Thanks. And I pocket the rest into my shirt.
You're very welcome. I'll be seeing you next delivery, or maybe sooner. We got plenty of space here. You could hang out.
Yeah, I mean,
you could even use my private back room. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's pretty nice.
I'm really busy, and
the spider trusts me.
Yeah, I think. Tell the spider I was here, right? I mean,
always do.
Don't tell him about this, though. I mean, you wouldn't want him to get jealous.
Wait, all right.
Yeah, I'll just take this, and I take it, and I kind of pocket it back into like my carrier bag again. Kind of head out, and stare at my compatriots. I really, really hate that guy.
Jesus is like totally stoned out, like, yeah.
How much did you take? I mean, I don't think I've seen you not high in like a month.
There's a not high?
Well, I mean, Jennifer, do you have something on you? I mean, I could really use a pick-me-up right now.
And this other girl who you've just invoked, Jennifer, like looks at you, and she's like a short girl, like 5 foot, even maybe a little bit less, but she has like all kinds of crazy tattoos, like all down her arms and like up her neck, onto her face, and she basically goes like, no, I don't have anything. We just handed over what we had to Scab.
Come on, I always know you have like something in the back, you know?
Listen, you want drugs? We're right here. I don't have anything to give you. I definitely not.
You know I don't want Phil to know. You know how mad he gets.
Well, then who better to take it up with than fucking Scab?
I don't
think he's
want
gonna
to talk to
that
that guy.
Anyway, while this is going on, what is someone else doing? Let's get someone else. Anyone, invoke what you are up to, and I will continue.
I'm with Phil, as
you're with Phil. Okay, so
until Phil tells me to do something else, I usually, I guess, follow Phil around as like a.
Are you just like his big shadow?
I think I'm like his big shadowy bodyguard type. Like I'm like a puppy to him, but to him, like to me, I'm like a puppy. He's like, but I'm a bodyguard, puppy bodyguard combo. That's what I am. Okay. I feel like that's my motivation, and that's it. I have no other motivation other than to just follow Phil around.
Then we would be down in the lair. Well, I don't think we have a name for it yet, but
in like the subway tunnel.
In the subway tunnel.
We have the fucking lair.
Yeah, because we wouldn't go do that. That's what my sister's for.
I don't remember getting a lair. Did we get a lair?
No, we had the subway still, like the underground.
Oh
rail.
shit! Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember.
So question for you. Did you find out what your want is and the stuff? So inform me as to that, because that will matter.
For the followers.
Yeah.
They were dedicated to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're joyous and celebratory. That was the thingy.
There should be a want in there somewhere, like.
Oh yeah, plus desperation.
Desperation. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So I need a couple of like members of your congregation. Like, what are their names? And they're like, you know, what do they do for you? What's their like title?
I would, as I figured, it would just be like a bunch of, if to put it in layman's term, like just meth heads.
Okay, you've just got like a bunch of meth heads.
Yeah, that bit. I mean, I'm sure there's characters here and there.
All right, that's cool. I just like wanted to know if you had any names that you wanted to use, or should I pull off my list? Sort of
Pull
thing?
off names.
Pull off my.
They're
name?
worthless
my
to
name?
me.
They are worthless to you. Okay, that's good to know. So you get a barter, I think, because of your surplus, right? Because they're in surplus, so you get a barter.
Oh yeah, one barter.
Yeah, so you get an extra barter.
And I replace want with desertion with want hunger, apparently.
With want hunger? Okay,
Yeah.
so they're like it's been a couple of days since what was his name? I named the cook. What was his name?
Oh shit, yeah. What was it?
I'm looking through my notes right now trying to find him. Not Roach, no.
And what was your name, Brad? I don't remember any of your
Shady.
name.
It was Shady.
Shady,
God,
yeah. It
we
was.
should change
So-
all of our names in the Roll20, by the
Yeah,
way.
we should.
So it's been a couple of days since Shady's had like a good batch. The latest ingredients have been like actually failing to produce something that is like relatively useful. And in fact, the stuff that was in the delivery was probably like your last good set, you know, like the small amount you managed to salvage out of Shady's last 3 or 4 goes at you know, making something useful. Because you don't want to, unless you want to give them bad shit, you know, if you want to give them the inert garbage, that's up to you, but I assumed not. And so everybody in the tunnels is like a little bit, you know, they're a little bit edgy, you know, like they're a little bit on that like we really need something to take the edge off, so to speak. By the way, the subway tunnels are accessible through like a cave in the side wall of the because there's like this big river basin or a lake basin, right, where Stacktown's in the middle. Off to the side, like probably like a mile, maybe a little bit more, is this cave that leads into a system of tunnels that leads into like broken through the wall, the old subway system. And your little base is in there, right? Like your cult following, they stay in there. It's cool. It's a little, you know, like wet, and like there's sort of vegetation growing on some of the walls, like moss or like a vine or two, like in there. Mushrooms for sure. And like it probably doesn't smell super great, but it is sheltered. You know, there's only that one way in that you know of, that cave, unless you travel down the subway tunnels, you know, like however long to the next station, go out. But yeah, so and there's a bunch of overgrown signs in there that say, did we say Baker Station, something like that? We said,
Oh yeah, that was the one, wasn't it?
yeah, like a bunch of overgrown signs in there that have like Baker Station or like, you know, Kerr Station or, you know, like Baker like that kind of stuff on the walls that have survived. There's a bunch of, I imagine there to be a bunch of like furniture dragged into positions there, like an old couch is probably in there, and like the benches from the side walls have been like unbolted and like brought into circles so that people can like sit together. There's like an open fire in a barrel in there.
I imagine that I would like have an office that's a cart too, like the only cart that's
Yeah,
decorated.
yeah,
Oh
for sure.
yeah.
For sure. And it blocks the subway tunnel, so you'd have to go through your office to get to the tunnel behind it. You know what I mean? Like your like house is that cart, right?
Yeah.
And this guy, one of your followers, sort of sees you moving around in your car. You know, like
Can I be at the doorway of the car?
Oh, you're gonna be at the doorway? Okay.
I just lean, arms crossed outside.
Yeah, because it's a little small. It's a little uncomfortable for you, like going in there, because it's like very cramped. The seats are kind of been removed a little bit, and like other stuff has been put in the way, I imagine. But
I generally
it's
sit
little-
outside and he shouts
it's a little
at me and
like
I
you
speak
gotta duck your head.
in.
I'm inside on a typewriter that you could probably hear echoing through like the halls, like
Hey,
yeah.
what are you writing?
I'm writing a potential not Bible, but like a script
Like a manifesto.
A manifesto.
for the
The
followers.
party hard manifesto.
Yeah.
So this guy comes up to you outside of the car, Gargant, and like looks at you all, kind of, oh boy, like a big dude. One of the members you've seen walking around here. He's a sort of, goatee having bald fellow in a white tank top and a jacket with the PlayStation logo on the back. And he comes up and he's like, "Hey, can I talk to Phil? I need to talk to Phil."
So again,
You know this, by the way, this guy's name is PlayStation. That's his name.
PlayStation. I don't have like anything on really other than like a loincloth, maybe some big boots, and then this medieval helm, which has been like spray painted to look like X-Death. And I mean, my instant response is I like kind of look down and just go, yes, and then immediately realize that that's the wrong answer because I've made this mistake before and go, oh no, you wait, and then I just shout in, like I lean in to the
window.
the little window, like a little one like thing. Phil, PlayStation here to see, to speak.
Yeah, to speak.
To speak, Phil. He is loud. He is loud in.
What does he want?
I'll turn back around and
Through Phil's like gas mask, like synthesized voice. I love it. Yeah.
I turn back to PlayStation. What you all want?
It's been a couple of days, if you got nothing, that's fine, but I gotta go and I gotta get something somewhere, and it's like a mile that way, and it's hot sun, and it's can we get there maybe somehow, or you have some other plan? I just need to talk to Phil about the plan, just the plan.
Lean back into the window. He want to go get the sun?
I'll stop. You'll hear like it stop the typing, and I'll still look down at it and just like
Let him in.
Lean back to PlayStation. Yes, you can go now. Get inside and speak to Phil. Good luck with the sun. Lean back against the door again and immediately forget this.
He edges past you, and opens the door. By the way, if anybody wants to take like a closer look at anything, keep in mind that sharp is a thing and you can assess situations. Like if you want to be like, I want more details about this thing, you can roll to like find stuff out.
I think in a similar vein to Esh, I'll probably never roll sharp. Unless you call for it. I can't imagine there's going to be much. I take a lot of stuff at face value, so however that works in this system.
I just realized we may have forgotten a very vital step. Did we highlight stats last game, or did we wait till?
No, we didn't do it.
We have to do that before we continue, because I just realized that that's how you get XP. So you're gonna need that. So let's start with Feather. Feather, who has the highest hex?
Ricky.
Ricky. Okay, so Ricky, pick a stat to highlight. Anytime Feather rolls this stat, they'll get XP.
Weird.
Okay.
Weird? Okay. And I'm going to highlight your sharp. So there's two highlights, sharp and weird. Gargant, what's your highest hex?
Phil, 3.
Phil, what stat do you want to highlight for Gargant?
I would like to highlight sharp. No, I'm kidding. Hard. I need hard.
Hard,
okay,
yeah.
Hard, and I would like to highlight your cool.
Alrighty.
Kelly, who has the highest hex?
For me, so Phil has HX plus 3 on mine.
Okay, so Phil, what stat do you want to highlight for Kelly?
I would like to highlight hot.
Hot. I'll give you one retroactively because you rolled hot and already, so you've got 1 XP.
Do I don't press anything.
Yeah,
No.
Yes, you do.
I do. Okay, I highlighted.
On your sheet, there's a highlight thing.
Okay, cool.
And I would like to highlight your hard, by the way. So that one too. And there's an experience bar
Mine?
under improvements. No,
Oh yeah.
Kelly's. There's an experience bar under improvements, and you can just click a little box there to keep track. Phil, what's your highest text?
It is for whoever because I wrote it all down as a bunch. I'm an idiot. But for one of you, I've seen your soul. Who was that? That was. I think
That was me.
Yeah.
I
so-
actually wrote it down.
Yeah. So, which stat do you want to highlight for?
I'd like to highlight your cool.
Okay.
Oh, thank
And I will highlight your weird.
you. There we go. Okay.
Ricky.
My highest was K.
Okay. Okay. What do you want to highlight for Ricky?
Oh, Jesus. So there's hard, hot, sharp.
Weird.
Weird.
And cool.
This is weird. It's kind of. Isn't he weird, or should I do? Cool?
Drivers are cool, I think.
Okay, cool. Let's do cool. I don't know.
cool.
This is cool.
And I'll give you your
That's so cool.
and I'll give you your hard.
Okay.
Actually, sharp.
Okay.
Cool. All right, sweet. Now that that's done, we can go back to what we're doing.
like,
Sorry.
So for the record, basically when we use a roll,
When you use a roll that has to do with one of those skills, whether you succeed or fail, you get XP.
you get an XP point, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 XP points, and then we kind
To
of level
advance.
up, kind
Yeah.
of. All right.
And then it resets back to 0 and you go again.
Cool.
Cool. All right. So, like I was saying, so PlayStation like edges past Gargant in keeping a close eye on him and enters the train car. What's the inside of the train car look like?
It's like very. I'm thinking just like old, like sheets and stuff. Like there's a lot of it. It's trying to look very proper, but it's all ruined, of course.
Okay, so
It's
you have
there's a
hanging,
carpet.
hanging sheets and like a carpet.
Yeah, hanging sheets and drapers and stuff.
Are they like uniform, or are they like all different? Like
It's very red,
Okay.
but they're all like different because you couldn't get a set. But it's all like different.
so
colors.
there's like red with like some different shades of red. and-
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What does
So
Phil
is there
look like
electric-
though?
Yeah.
I can't remember what Phil looks like. I remember
I
you
have,
sent a
like-
picture, but I can't remember what.
Yeah, no, I have a hat, an old like pretty ruined hat, bald, and then a very pale, and I have that gas mask thingy that I have on, and that's very tiny, but it's still there. And also, we said that I had black instead of white in the eyes, but I think I want to take that away
Okay.
if I can. Like, it just very creepy character, creepy eyes, and a bit too tall.
He's got a presence. Yeah. There's like this weird, too tall, thin, pale kind of look to him. So PlayStation comes in and he's like, boss. Them out there, they're talking about stuff, doing stuff that maybe you don't want them to do. If we don't get some drugs soon, Shady can't come up with anything, then the fuck are we gonna do? Sitting here in a cave? It's way harder to sit here in a cave and not be high. You know what I mean?
I will still be like looking towards the typewriter, like trying to pay him no fucking attention, but
Have you not brought this up with Shady?
Well, Shady says it's ingredients and stuff that you can't get the right things, to make the bacon. We're gonna get the bacon. Can only get the bacon if we have the right stuff. And apparently we don't have the right stuff. I don't know anything about the chemistry. You should talk to Shady.
This is not a problem of mine, it's one of yours.
But boss, you want to keep everybody like civil, right?
do I have a
I mean-
weapon?
Yeah, I should have written it down, I think, if you did.
Yeah, I had because I wanted to make my staff as like a thing in it with a kind of sword, like tiny needle-like sword.
A rapier.
A rapier within the staff. We never wrote that down though, so if not, I'll
like a
just use
cane
my
sword,
fucking.
almost.
you'd have to check what's on the Hocus weapon list because
Oh right, it was that.
oh yeah, the Hocus doesn't have anything to start.
Exactly, yeah.
Because they have the gang, right?
I am your weapon.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, okay, then I would look over to Gargus at this point of him just bickering at me, and I'll give him a look.
I assume that's our agreement to kill someone.
Yeah, I would just be like, take care of him, he's annoying.
All right, I want to try and squeeze through and break this guy's neck. Can I?
And as soon as you kind of like start leaning in to like come into the cabin, PlayStation's like, no, wait, boss, no, come on, no, we don't have to. It's fine. I'll take care of it. You know, like, and do you like stop him or does he just go for it?
No, he's just annoying. He's
Okay.
Just
Brad, I would call this going aggro
Yeah.
on PlayStation.
Okay.
Which is your hard.
Okay. So I just need to go hard. Do I have any weird stuff for this?
So go aggro. When you go aggro, make it clear what you want them to do and what you'll do to them. Roll hard.
I want to try and break his neck.
You just
snap
want to break his neck?
Yeah.
Okay, that might be single combat instead. Hang on, just let me check.
Oh, unless that's not a thing I can do, in which case I'll just
No,
take an axe to him.
It totally is the thing. What you want to do is you want to hurt him, right? You're just gonna.
I just want to try and use my imposing, because you say he was small, yeah. So I don't need to like.
Yeah, he's like kind of a wiry, you know, like bald, goateed PlayStation jacket wearing motherfucker.
I'm sort of imagining kind of like a really skinny version of like Cypher from Matrix. Is his name Cypher?
So what? Yeah, he is like a skinny Cypher.
Yeah.
So what you want him to do is die.
I want to kill him. Yeah, you tell. The thing is, I'm just kind of going outside of the realm of because I don't know how to play this very well. But like, I have a big fucking axe which I just carry. It's just strapped to my back, which has an axe on either end. It's like a double dual axe thing. If it's easier for me to kill him with that, then I'll do that. But ideally, I want to snap his neck.
I think he's small enough that you could probably choke him out.
Yeah, I'll go for that. That's cool. I'll choke him out. We'll go full Vader. He's just it's just that I'm the force for him this time.
Roll hard.
Okay. I'll roll hard. Here we go.
9. Okay.
He's a wiry, slimy little.
So on a 7 to 9, they can choose one of the above or one of the following. Get the hell out of your way, barricade themselves securely in, give you something you think you want, or back up calmly. Okay, so as you go for him, like you're about to kill him, you know, and your goal is to just like get him to shut up, right? Like, and he like while you're lumbering over him, he quickly like ducks around you, and goes like, no, it's cool, man, it's cool. We don't have to do that. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go, and he fucks off, basically, like
all right,
into the darkness, you know, somewhere in the station.
Well, but now I've failed, Phil.
No,
it's a partial success. You got him out of his face.
All right, he runs away, and then I get stuck in the door trying to chase him, and he's already gone. Oh.
It's all right, Gargant. It's enough.
Okay, thought you want me to. I was going to break neck.
It's all right.
So here's a question. What are you up to, Ricky?
I look sad.
I would be at the, I guess, shipping depot sort of area at Stacktown.
Uh-huh.
Probably dropping something off from Safeway.
Okay, yeah. You bring in some supplies.
Yeah,
in?
that's mostly what I spend my time doing, is just doing runs back and forth between Safeway and Stacktown. It's kind of like what I do mostly now in my old age.
By the way, I remembered what we called the subway station. It was Club Salvation.
Fucking hell.
Oh.
That's what it was. I
will see you at Club Salvation.
So you're hanging out at the shipping depot, and you can see like there's a couple of guys, you know, harassing this dude in his he just like near his car. He's got like a van or something that he's clearly been doing the same thing as you, but on like a smaller scale, you know, running supplies from somewhere. And there's a couple of guys like harassing this dude, and they have like one of them's got a baseball bat and the other one's got, you know, like a knife out, and clearly there's like some confrontation about to happen.
Would I be able to roll sharp to see if I know who this other driver is?
Hell yes.
Or if I recognize him?
Yeah, so roll sharp to assess the situation.
8.
So a partial success on reading the situation means you can ask one question from the read a situation list. If you open the basic moves handout, there's a list of read a sitch things. The options are: where's my best escape route /way past? Which enemy is most vulnerable to me? Which enemy is the biggest threat? What should I be on the lookout for? What's my enemy's true position? Who's in control here? Those are your questions. You asked from the list of questions, right?
Yeah.
So you got one.
I will ask, which enemy is the most vulnerable to me of the two?
Of the like two armed guys?
Yeah, the guy with the bat, or does it look like the guy with the knife is a little bit more?
It looks like the guy with the knife is like really focused in on like intimidating whoever this other dude is. So he's not looking at you at all. They both have sort of like matching jackets on though, these coats, you know, that like leather jackets basically, that remind you that they might be affiliated with someone.
Yeah, are they patched like with like a specific gang or anything like that? Like any sort of insignia? Even if I don't recognize it, is it like, do I notice like the same sort of symbol on the back that's replicated?
I even think you'd recognize the guy with the bat as somebody you've talked to before, called let's call him Fingers, from Harvey's gang.
Okay, so when I recognize Fingers, I just sort of take it as if Harvey's gang is shaking down another driver for not paying dues or something. I just sort of I spit on the ground. I got a big old wad of chewing tobacco in my cheek, and I just spit on the ground.
Just like standing outside your truck?
Yeah, I'm just like kind of polishing the door, and I finished polishing the door, and I'm just sort of chewing tobacco, and I grab a can of red spray paint, and I just, on the door, I just write down "Do not approach" in red spray paint, roughly, and I just toss that in the back, and I'm gonna hop up in my truck, bolt the door, and I'm gonna turn on the AC and eat a sandwich that I got in my little cooler in the center of my truck.
Okay, all right. So from outside you hear like, no, it's okay. You're like, I'll pay next time. Yeah, we've had enough of next time.
Yeah, I turn down the music and I sort of hop up on my seat and peer over the window, and kind of like I'm kind of like holding onto the steering wheel as it's like just a railing, and I'm just peering. This is my entertainment. I've turned the radio down. I'm listening in on the fight, and I'm eating my sandwich, taking this.
Yeah. So you see the guy with the knife. Like you hear a couple of like baseball bat swings, and then you see the guy with the knife when you like perk your head up, like looking over, like kick the guy into the dirt, basically, like onto his back. And they walk away from him, like, yeah, you better fucking remember, you know, like leaving. Because you kill a guy, he's never gonna pay up, right? But while they're walking away, Fingers like sees your truck, like they turn around and see your truck there, and it's like, oh yeah, of course. And they go over towards your door, and I know there's the do not approach thing, but Fingers from like down below is like, Ricky, hey, you in there?
Sort of roll the window down. It's not electric windows, so I'm just slowly kind of cranking the window down. And the original handle is like well gone, the old plastic thing. So I just got like a big old wrench kind of welded on there. So it's really awkward. It takes me a few minutes. It just goes down in jerks. And
as soon as it's down enough, like Ricky's kind of Fingers is going like, what'd you bring this time? Anything good? Anything for us?
No, nothing. Didn't bring you nothing. Not one thing. Nothing at all.
What? Nothing for your old friend Fingers?
Nothing for you, Fingers. Get out of here. Don't touch the paint. Tell Harvey I want to talk to him too. Start cranking the window up.
Oh, hey, you want to talk to Harvey?
Yeah.
That can be arranged. All
Thanks.
right, I'll tell him you stopped by. Like while you're scrolling the window up, he's like, motherfucker. You hear him under his breath, like, fucking idiot.
I look at him, and then I go back to eating and put my music up, and then I take my shotgun and just sort of lean it up against the window.
Just in case.
No, it's just to put it there.
You see him like walk away, basically. Like you say you want to talk to Harvey, they're like, all right. Cool. Back in the cobweb, our friend drawing circles on the ground is presumably still doing such a thing.
Yeah, Kay, has she made any motions to leave yet? Or she's just chilling, trying to get
Well,
some drugs?
I mean, she'd be like leaving after knowing that there would be like no drugs in the vicinity, selling like everything, no like scraps for her. She tells her friends like, "Come on, let's get out of here. Ugh, I can't believe this place." As she kind of bolts out the door.
And I pick up my chalk and just I let it drop on the floor and just kind of watch it sort of roll over a bit.
From
and then
the
I'm gonna.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And then I'm just gonna sort of amble the way she went, and I want to open my brain to see why she's so annoyed.
Okay, you're gonna open your brain to the psychic maelstrom.
Yeah.
Do so.
Stay out of my brain, please.
13. When you open your brain to the world's psychic maelstrom, on a hit, the MC tells you something new and interesting about the current situation, and might ask you a question or two. Answer them. On a 10 plus, the MC gives you good detail. Cool. So you're trying to like figure out what's going on with Kay, right?
Yeah.
So as you walk out the door, I'm assuming you've done something in the cobweb, like you're not just drawing circles on the floor with nothing in your system. I don't know.
No, I'm pretty fucking wasted.
Yeah. So
but you probably couldn't tell because I'm just wasted.
It's kind of like that, yeah. So as you open the door, like, because you're just stepping outside after her, and as you open the door, instead of opening the door onto the street, quote unquote, you open the door onto like nothing. It's just blackness all the way down, and as you step your foot out, like you feel a slight sense of like you're falling, but your foot lands on nothing, and you're standing with this doorway behind you, and you can see this light, as if like emergency lights almost, but like more ethereal, like illuminate the direction where Kay is gone. Though everything looks just like there isn't anything there at all. Illuminate the direction where Kay is gone, and then suddenly like your vision sort of zooms way out, like, and you get a sense of vertigo as it like pulls out and shows you sort of like an overlay of the basin where like Stacktown is, and the cave over on the side that leads to Club Salvation, and like this sense of urgency, you know, like and of like fear, like builds in you a little bit, and like a very strong desire to like be not in that direction, you know, like anywhere but there sort of thing, is I imagine sort of like what you sort of read into the situation. Like you can easily follow Kay. She's easily followable through your psychic nonsense, as she hasn't gotten very far, but where she is up to her.
Well, I mean, she's been doing like her rounds. She's probably got like, it's probably like it's like midday, right?
So who else do you see in the town?
Oh well, I see.
Who else in Stacktown do you need to go see in the name of Phil?
I see. I had a really good name, and then I forgot about it.
Who are they?
Let's just call him Ugly Mug Stan.
Ugly Mug Stan.
Yeah.
Okay. What does he do? Where is he?
He stands by the entrance to the cave. If you kind of go outside, he looks kind of like a hobo. He kind of sits and drinks all the time.
He's a member of the cult and like a watchman.
Yeah, pretty much. But everyone thinks he's just like a normal hobo, like living there. So there's like a small kind of camp. He's got his stuff there. But really, he listens. He can go around town like collecting information without being noticed, because everyone thinks he's just a hobo and a drunk. So you pretend to sleep on chairs and stuff and listen in on conversations.
Okay, so he goes into Stacktown, or he hangs out by the cave? Because you
He
need two
goes into
different-
Stack Town
Okay.
and stays there, and
Okay,
he's a
so
bit
he's
everywhere.
almost like a spy.
Yeah.
But like a very conspicuous one.
he's also like an alcoholic, so he's, a bit of both.
Okay, so you're going to see Stan to do what?
Well, I mean, I'm just seeing Stan kind of, asking if Phil's in. She kind of walks up, looks at everything around him. Is Phil inside?
Are you outside the cave now, or are you in Stack?
Can I go inside the cave?
How are you getting to the outside of the cave?
I'm just walking. I'm walking.
Walking there. Okay.
I'm walking there.
That'll take you some time, more than likely. So like,
shit.
if our friend Feather wants to catch up with you before then, I imagine that it's possible.
Okay. He can.
Not to mention, like, you'd be seen across the vast desert if you just looked out there. Like there's
The
one.
cave
person
is a
away.
mile and a bit away.
Yeah, it's a mile. and a bit away.
Okay.
Outside of town, across the salt flats or whatever the fuck we're on.
Yeah, I mean it's not unwalkable, but it's definitely not like.
She'll go. There are probably like a bunch of cars, people unloading and loading their stuff, like caravan people. She'd probably try to like hitch a ride, going at the edge of town, maybe at like the same person, maybe like an old woman she like catches a ride with. She goes like forward and back from the town often. I'm not even sure. I mean, it's like a steam engine, but it's got like a bull dragging it when it dies all the time. So sometimes it goes fast and sometimes it's just dead.
Okay, so there's like a carriageway sort of thing, like a method to get back towards the cave. Sure. Okay. Cool. All right. So you're waiting for this person to come back because they're not here right now. They're the what'll their name be?
Call her Marianne.
Marianne. All right, Marianne. Yeah, she's not there right now. Like she's got to go back and forth between every time people want to get into town. So or go to Club Salvation. So she's somewhere along the track. So you're waiting at like what you would call like the station.
Yeah.
So to speak.
It's like one like bus sign that's still left. It's like been repainted over and over. There's just shit all over it, like chewing gum, like duct tape, but it's still there.
Hell yeah!
It's pretty amazing. The one bus stop left. She kind of sits down in the dirt. Like, what the fuck? She's always late.
I'm gonna arrive behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go to the cave.
She'll just kind of look up, seeing what does she see? What does Feather look like?
I'm a mess of like leather and PVC, and I've got like some crazy ass latex on.
In the
big ass
desert,
boots.
like it's fucking warm.
You can't really see my face. I've got like this weird sort of things going over it, but it doesn't look like a happy, friendly face.
Whoa. Just get out of my face, all right?
I just kind of sort of float there, smiling at you. Don't go to the cave. The cave is bad.
How do you know about the cave? I mean, I don't know about any cave, but I mean, do you guys know who she is? I'm turning like back to my friends.
Jesus, like, gives you one of these.
Jennifer?
She's not even paying attention. She's like 10 feet the other way, looking out across the desert, waiting for fucking Marianne to get here.
I just sit down next to you. Start rolling a stone around.
Leave me alone. I mean, I don't know what you want, but just tell me. I mean, if you want drugs, you just talk to...
I'd probably just like pull
someone
out all
else.
the drugs and like they just spill out on the floor. I don't do drugs.
That's really high-grade stuff, you know? And she kind of like scrambles some of like the remaining things on the sand, kind of puts it in her pockets.
It's probably a mixture of like used, rolled up stuff, and maybe there's 1 or 2 pieces in there that are usable.
That's not our stuff. Where did you get that?
No.
Where did you get it, Peachy?
I probably got. Oh, what was my mate called at the place?
Roach.
Roach. Yeah. Probably got it off Roach. We probably before I started tripping out, I probably had to go pay for it.
Yeah, and you remember Roach? What Roach said was like, that it wasn't from the usual. It's not bacon, right? It's something else. Not from the usual
smoked bacon.
Yeah, it's not from the usual place. Somebody who said they came back from the casino gave it to them.
Yes.
You'd think that's a lie, obviously. It's always a lie when they say they've been to the casino, but...
I mean, I play up to my weirdness, right? So,
Yeah.
It's from the casino.
I mean, I have no idea where you got that from, but it's certainly not from the casino. I mean, no one can go there.
I just hold up like a shot.
But I mean, I'm sure it's possible. I mean, everything is possible. She kind of leans forward towards the thing you're holding.
When she gets closer, I just sort of close my hand. You can pay me.
Huh? I've got credit.
I don't need money, honey.
What do you want?
I just like grab your face like really weirdly.
What the fuck?
And I just stuff it in your mouth. I just stand
Is
up.
it even supposed to be ingested? I don't know.
I ain't got any spoons. And I just sort of stand up. And I'm gonna make my way back to where Ricky said he was.
Okay, the depot.
You just see like this kind of white powder start kind of falling down her face as she starts coughing like.
Yeah. By the way, your lip is your lip, the inside of your mouth, and like your tongue are like kind of like
everything is just coated.
I'll go to the cave.
There's definitely a very nasty tingling sensation going on. It's probably not good, which is why you're probably trying to spit it out.
Yeah, she's trying to spit it out and like kind of keep it at the same time, but she's kind of losing the grip. I mean, I could take you to the cave, but you promised not to tell anyone, okay?
I just like stop and turn around, like you know that weird sort of slow turn that people do when you've just said something funny. Don't go to the cave. Don't go to the cave.
Is Club Salvation a secret?
Not super. I mean,
Okay.
it's more no one knows what's happening really, but it's no one really. You know.
I just wanted to know, yeah. Okay,
But
cool.
I'm thinking at least the place is like, okay, you don't invite anyone, like everyone there.
No one
I'm
should
just
go
like-
there, but people know it's yeah.
Yeah.
Do
So,
people know it by name, but they don't know it's like a cave or something?
I think it's more you just don't go there without like having a reason to go there. You know, like it seems like one of those kind of places. Phil's got a bit
This
of a
is
reputation.
run by a creepy fucking psychopath.
Yeah, Phil's got a bit of a reputation for just killing people who annoy him.
Classic Phil.
Classic Phil.
Let's take our first break.
Yes.
And then come back with some more Apocalypse World.
Holy
After that.
shit, what a setup. All right, we'll be back in
I
a
hope
few
you guys
minutes.
are enjoying so far.
I'm well in. I was like, oh yeah, we do breaks. This is my channel. Oh shit. Right, we're gonna quickly go for a little break. Go and take a PP. Go and grab a drink. Get your opiates, and we'll see you in at the end of the world in a few minutes.